My name is Travis Denny, and I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I served for 4 years, active duty in California, the countries of Japan and Jordan. I wanted to make this video with a couple different employees from Bakcou here to remind everybody what the real purpose of Memorial Day is, because it's not just a weekend of sales and camping and having fun. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do that. Those are great things. You should spend time with your family. You should enjoy those freedoms that you have. But this video is to remind you what Memorial Day really is all about.
Hi, I'm Dave Andre, one of the co-founders of Bakcou here.
I'm Brian Child. I'm one of the co-founders of Bakcou.
My name's Kate Hamblin, and I'm one of the Bakcou mechanics.
My name is Emma, and I do customer service here at Bakcou.
My name is Brian Marsing. I'm the Vice President of Sales.
I'm Justin Schrofer, and I am the VP of Marketing.
I'm Terry Child, and people call me the manager of odds and ends.
One thing I love to do in my family on Memorial Day, obviously we like to try to get to the mountains and do some camping, get outdoors, plus visit the cemetery memorial of our family, our loved ones. But a lot of the time it's a family weekend to get together.
We spend time together with family. We visit the graves of those that have passed on. And then we usually are together in the evening for a barbecue and just kind of hanging out.
What we normally do is go visit graves, so my grandparents, and then also my great-grandparents, and then also my uncle. But some of my grandparents have served in the military, so it's a good day to remember what they did for us.
Sometimes we'd go and drop flowers off at my great-uncle Rodney's grave, but most of the time it's just hanging out with family and just listening to stories and just being with my family.
We always go up to Flaming Gorge. It's a local lake here on the Utah-Wyoming border, and we love to fish and spend time with the family.
Spend time together as a family first and foremost, right? So we'll typically head out, just be outside. We love being outdoors, and so try to find some spots that aren't as crowded.
A lot of times we go up, that's our first camping trip. We love to go up to Idaho. The last few years we've gone up to Lava Hot Springs.
And for me, Memorial Day, it's, trying to remember a lot of our loved ones, veterans, people that we've lost in the past.
I know that it started as a way to remember veterans, those that have passed on, that fought for our freedoms here in the U.S.
Absolutely, to honor our veterans, men and women that both have served and have passed away and sacrificed their life.
It's to basically remember those that have fought in our wars and protected our country and have passed away, and it's a time for us to be able to celebrate and memorialize their sacrifices and heroism.
Yeah, it's a chance for us to think back and honor everyone that has gone on before us.
Yeah, so my great-grandpa, he served in the Air Force during World War II.
I have a lot of close family friends. I mean, they're practically family, and they're active right now in the Navy.
My ancestry goes back. It has a long line of war heroes. My dad was actually in the Vietnam War, and my grandpa was a World War II veteran. He actually was, he's German and basically came over to the United States only a few years before the war broke out, and was recruited to be in the military, to be in special intelligence and be able to help from that vantage point. And so his stories that he has is just stuff that you would make movies out of. It's just unbelievable. And then I have two great-grandfathers that fought in World War I, one on the German side, one on the American side.
I do, yeah. Both of my parents are retired military. My mom retired from the Navy, and my dad retired from the Air Force.
Yeah, in fact, my grandpa, he served in World War II. He was a fighter jet mechanic. My father is a retired lieutenant colonel, and served in Vietnam and Special Forces. So we have a lot of family. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, both veterans, served our country.
But his whole battalion actually got called to go fly over, but he ended up staying. But luckily that he did, because his whole battalion ended up getting killed. So if he went over there with them, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important for everyone to realize that Memorial Day is a day that you can honor those that went before you, and take a time, go to the cemetery, or even just in your families, tell stories about people that have had such a positive impact on your life.
Everything that we do is because of the freedom that we have, and without them serving and sacrificing everything that they do for us, we wouldn't be able to enjoy the freedoms that we have.
One thing that I definitely would say is important to know is just like respect, and it's about family, right? No matter who those people are, they're a part of a family. They have a mom, they have a dad, they have kids, they have brothers and sisters, so it's about family. And another thing is, I would say, it's about hope, right? They did all these things for us so that we could have the life that we have now, and that brings me a lot of hope.
I think it is important because for me, I'm standing right here, not really fighting any wars or anything like that. It takes a really special person to actually go out and to be able to protect us, but then also other people in the world. Just remembering all the people who have fallen before us, and giving gratitude for what they have done. Just laying down their lives and being able to protect us and others.
Absolutely, yeah. It's everything. Like, we wouldn't have anything that we have. We wouldn't have freedom of speech. We wouldn't have freedom of religion. We wouldn't have the freedom to be able to start businesses and follow our hearts and doing the things that we love to do if it wasn't for those that fought for our freedoms to give us these rights that we have today.
I think it's very important that we remember the meaning of Memorial Day, especially the root cause of the military and the veterans that we've lost in the wars, dating back to the Civil War and to where we are now, so that we have that freedom in our country to be able to remember them and have that freedom.
100%. Yes, I grew up in a home that we were taught to be patriotic, not necessarily by word, but by example. Both my parents served in the military, my dad in the Air Force, and my mom in the Navy. I lived on Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan during my high school years. I'm so grateful for parents that raised me to be appreciative of the freedoms that we have, and I saw lots of my parents' friends and my friends' parents that would go off to war and that were sent places for an extended period of time and sacrificed a lot. Their families sacrificed a lot as their parents or loved ones were gone. So absolutely, I don't think that we can over-celebrate these people that have given so much for us.
I think so, just because the whole meaning of the United States, if you go back to the Revolutionary War, we fought for freedom. And till this day, we still fight for freedom.
If you don't stand up for, or I don't know, have passion in like the place that we live and the people that have fought, and I don't know, America's great, like this, the US is great, and I just have, if you're not passionate about it, then what's the point?
It's everything. It's extremely important to me to show respect to our flag, to show respect to our country, again, because everything that we do and every freedom that we enjoy is because of the men and women that serve.
Oh yeah, our family is super patriotic. We're always putting up the flag and commemorating, those holidays or activities, we have a deep sense of patriotism in our family just because of those sacrifices that were actually given in order to provide us with those freedoms. And again, it's hard for a lot of people to really understand unless they have lived in an area where those freedoms and privileges that we have here in this country are not present. And so I think it's important for us to kind of step back and just think about all those things that we do have and probably take for granted.
Here at Bakcou, all of us, especially me, highly respect the veterans, the military. Me as a co-founder and owner of Bakcou, that I have the ability and the freedom to be able to live out my dreams and create a company and a product and a service for everybody to be able to enjoy our freedom, our free land, our country.
I think it's very important because we still have to stand behind them and everything that they have sacrificed for us.
One of my favorite things about working with Bakcou, and when I started a few years ago, was although I hadn't served, I wanted to create and build a tool that we could utilize for the military and first responders. And that's one of the most things that I'm proud of, is the bikes that we have that we're able to provide our men and women in serving us, whether it's through search and rescue teams or firefighters and hot shots, or even active military right now as we're working through an opportunity with them.
So here at Bakcou, where we have veterans that, have served and, even service, within the, police force and things like that. And, we try to honor that and remember and acknowledge their service. And that's super important for me because that's so kind of ingrained in my life as well. We make Memorial Day and Veterans Day are some of the biggest holidays in our family, where we do special things and we want to celebrate those days and honor those days. So to have a company that you can work for that shares those same values is super, super important to me.
Well, I just think that Bakcou is like the ultimate American company, right? Dave had this idea of this fat tire e-bike, and then he said, Brian, you want to do this? And then they got together and they've created, which is the American dream. That's why it's possible. And Bakcou is the perfect way to get out and just like go outside and be in this country and enjoy the mountains or the flatland or whatever you're doing and be with your family. So it's the perfect thing to do on Memorial Day weekend. In fact, I'm going to plan a bike ride for my family on Monday.
From everybody here at Bakcou.
From everyone here at Bakcou.
From everyone here at Bakcou.
From us here at Bakcou.
From everyone here at Bakcou, have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Have a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend.
Have a happy and safe Memorial weekend.
We're wishing you a happy and safe Memorial weekend.
Maybe if you have some time, go to one of the grave sites, go to one of the places where you can see the names on the wall, and remember the true purpose behind Memorial Day for the freedoms that you enjoy today.